And good evening. It is time for the recap from Jupiter, a series that wishes that they could turn back time, because now the guilt is all
If
mine.
I could turn back. I'm sorry.
Different one, different one. But anyway, this is our series where we recap recent Gundam, including episode 10 of Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quux, the Yomagn'tho Blockade.
I didn't even try writing it down. I just wrote Blockade.
That's fair. This is okay. Let's actually start there. So Yomagn'tho is a hyper niche figure from the Cthulhu mythos, in the sense that it's not Lovecraft, it's not Derleth, it's not Smith. It is not anyone that we really think of when you think about like Lovecraftian fiction. It is I wrote it down. It's Crispin Burnham and E.P. Berglund. They did this for a short story called The Thing in the Library in 1974. It has not been referenced since. It has not appeared in any of the role-playing games. It has popped up as a joke in Nyaroko Crawling with Love, the show where the Lovecraftian monsters are cute anime girls who have antics. I'm just saying, this is a fucking weird ass deep cut. Like,
I
I
am so incredibly lost right now.
okay. So like H.P. Lovecraft, horror author,
I know
dedicated
that,
his
but the
his
thing,
his world, all of his world building went into the public domain immediately. So all of his buddies, including Robert E. Howard, the Conan guy, got to add to it immediately. And this is it. Like, Jeff, I know people who have written for the Call of Cthulhu role playing game. I know the guy that invented the Trail of Cthulhu role playing game. I I personally have publication credits in the Call of Cthulhu, the Trail of Cthulhu role playing game. I brought this guy up to them. They did not know. This is like these guys out nerded all of us on Cthulhu, is what I'm saying. There's art for this monster, this deity, somehow, probably from that magazine from 1974. But that's it.
so what you're saying is there is a worshiper to Cthulhu, or at least to his author, somewhere in the catalog of
Again,
writers.
yeah, it's just somewhere someone managed to pull this, either because they worked on Yaroko Crawling with Love, or they're really into deep cuts too. I know Call of Cthulhu, the role playing game from Chaosium, is the bestseller in Japan, the Japanese language version bestseller. But I don't know. I literally completely baffled by this pull. A pull I'm not baffled by is what you can buy from HLJ.com. Because, of course, all of the pre orders for high grades are still open. That's right. They have not put an order stop on the Gyan, the Dom, or the Fred so far. You can get them. Y'all can just get them.
I need a Fred. I was perfectly
Oh,
happy with just the G Quux because I'm not a high grade guy, but no, now that I got the G, I need the Fred.
I mean, like, you gotta tell me how good the color separation is on the Quux, because if it's if
I'll,
the
I'll probably be building that next,
yeah,
just
like,
because timing and whatnot.
yeah, I know, but like looking at it, and I'm like, if this looks, if they can pull this off without too many stickers, I'd be
Mm,
happy. I would be happy with
mm,
this as a kit. Otherwise, you
we'll
can
see.
visit the link in the description so that they know we sent you, and we can earn perhaps nickels. Otherwise,
Yay, Nichols.
otherwise, we are going to be talking about episode 10 of Gundam G-Quux. This episode was directed by Morihito Abe, who um this dude's a babby. This dude's brand new. He has 8 credits to his name, really. He did CGI on Hathaway, he did CGI on Doans, he did a bit of work on the Rick and Morty anime. Uh
Really?
yeah, yeah, like this guy's new.
There's a reference I wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Yeah. But the flashback sequence has a different director, and that is Mahiro Maeda, who you might remember as directing the second Renaissance shorts from the Animatrix. He did Gankutsuo. He did a lot of CG work as well for Gonzo. He was a big guy at Gonzo when Gonzo was going. And of course, written by Yoshi Endo, Yoshi Enokido, who did again all but 2 of the episodes so far, and as well as Bungo Stray Dogs and Cassette Girl, to pick 2 out of their back catalog. So yeah.
So this is the first time although we got a guy who worked on 2 really good Gundam projects, and he worked on the Rick and Morty anime.
But just
With an
as
episode
CGI
that-
guy, he's so new.
But this episode does have portals.
It does have portals.
Anyway, moving on. We kick off. We learn that Earth is screwed. They're in the middle of a nuclear winter.
Yet they are still recovering from the colony drops.
Colony drop, yeah. That's kind of a nuclear winter. A colony winter? Anyway, point is,
Well, I mean,
Earth is totally screwed.
Yeah.
Dagwin still died 5 years ago. It's not outright said that Garen did it, but he did it. Let's be honest. We all know he did it.
He done doed it. He did done.
And Cassilia blames him either way.
Yeah.
I do like that we're in the opening ceremony for this energy plant. That's what it is. This giant spiral of blender of death. It's for energy.
This completely non-sinister piece of space architecture will definitely help the Earth recover from the after effects of the war. Definitely.
And
there are numerous press outlets here to film that.
Oh, dozens of little box truck, UPS trucks in the sky with a camera stuck on top.
I love
lined up in a row like NASCAR.
Press. I love the press shuttles. I don't know what this spaceship is, but I kind of want a model kit of it. I know it'll be like 8 pieces, but I do want one.
The UPS truck.
Yeah, these little news vans, and they're all filming this thing turning on, and. Yeah. We also as part of inaugurating this totally normal, helpful energy project that will help Earth, we have the first Zabi family meetup in 5 years. And
this is going to end well.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great. There's nothing could possibly go wrong. You can tell because there are like 15 big Zams just positioned around the meeting point.
It's not 15. It's 4. They do mention that this is the National Guard of Herons. They're brought here for defense purposes. Because when you look at the Big Zam, you think defense.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just like how the Secret Service rolls around in M1 Abrams's with the extra missile packs, right?
Well, defense.
Yeah. Anyway,
it does have an I-field generator, so there is a slight argument to that. Not a good one though.
This is just a meetup between Zabi siblings, and we learn that
Machu's working for Shalia.
Well, we learned that Girin has been basically not actually been dictator of space. Like he has retired from. He's letting his prime minister do all the work, where he just hangs out in his space villa with his space secretary, because he can't actually cope with being.
Oh, you mean Ava Brown? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Look, she's blonde and she was in the movie. She was in the movies. I think she has
Yes,
a name.
that's one of the few references I got. It's like, I know her.
Yeah,
Like
like I
that's the
remember her. I don't think
Leonardo
she had
DiCaprio meme.
lines in the movie. I don't think she had lines.
She
But
had lines, like two of them, but
yeah,
she had more lines in this episode than she did in the movie. Let's just put it that way,
for sure, for sure.
which is not good considering how long she's here. But anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
um, uh,
Machu is still training with the Green Base team.
and Shalia is doing whatever he can to make her happy. Just fine. Don't wear the uniform. Don't care. Kind of follow orders. I really don't care. And like the military personnel is like, we're just letting this civilian kid fly the Gundam for reasons, and she's not even doing what we asked her to do. What's going on? Charlie goes, don't worry about it. What
He has a
he's really
plan.
saying is, I don't think I can find anyone else to pilot the Gundam in time, and we're running low on the clock, so just keep her in there.
Yeah. The whole thing is just about having something that can activate the Psycommu system. And as long as she's
Hmm.
happy and as long as she's motivated, he's fine with that. He's totally fine with that. She doesn't have to wear a helmet. Um,
I'm still
and
waiting for anyone to wear a mask besides Char, but we'll get
we,
to it.
no masks so far. No masks.
Yep.
We
So
see that we Shalia does just announce that no, what they found in the ocean was a Lala from the other side. He's totally just like familiar with like, yeah, no, there's new types can just
there's
bounce between dimensions. They can skip to the other
there's
side
an,
of the Mobius loop. It's fine.
there's another alternate universe over there. We know it as Universal Century. Cause sure, why not?
Yeah. And Shalia
We
explains what went down in
it,
Jupiter.
which sucked.
It
He
was
went to
very
Jupiter to
bad
get
for him.
helium-3. Things went south real fast after he's collected it all, and he
Just
contemplated suicide rather than starving to death or suffocating or both.
Yeah, it's just like we got blasted by cosmic rays. Every computer went down. Uh, a bunch of people died, I guess. And as he's sitting there watching everything fall apart, he's like, "Well, I could just shoot myself. I could be done." And
And
then
right before he does, magically all the machine systems turn on. Autopilot kicks in. He's like, "Oh yay!" Maybe new typey madness. Maybe good old fashioned dumb luck. We don't know.
well, it's I think to my mind, and again, Shalia doesn't know, so we don't know. Like we don't have a reliable narrator in this. We don't have an omniscient narrator in this. But like we keep losing contact with Voyager probes, and then they turn themselves on, right? Like they
Right.
get they the battery
Uh,
warms up and they start sending signal back, and it's like great,
uh,
Voyager
even
1. We can
even
we
even closer to home, we've had Mars probes that we've completely written off. Said, okay, served us well for many years. It did a good job, but it's dying now. And 6 months later, I'm back. It's like,
yeah,
okay, never mind, we're good.
like the wind knocks something off the solar panels or a rock hits a wire and we're back, right?
Good
I
old
will
fashioned
accept
dumb
this.
luck.
Just old dumb luck. And
But yeah, that's what I tend to think it was. It's just good old fashioned good timing, buddy. I'm about to kill myself. Autopilot engaged. Well, it's a good thing that happened.
well, well,
I feel really silly if I pulled the trigger and then it said that.
God, just oh man, the idea of a Xeon Republic getting a ghost fleet, an entirely unmanned fleet from Jupiter. It's like
Hey,
that's
they
a
sent us helium
story.
3.
Like we have but Shalia gets back. It is the middle of the 1 year war, and he sees that I I watched everyone I knew die. I almost killed myself, and what for this helium so that we could fuel the glorious space future that we want to live in. And no, you just keep killing people. You keep turning new types into weapons.
And committing genocide on Earth. because
Yeah, like
that's a great idea.
he's broken. Like he's thoroughly empty. Like he was empty at that moment when he almost shot himself, and then, oh, I'm back. I probably should have shot myself. And he meets Shar, who is also thoroughly empty. So they are soulmates. They are
Mm.
soulmates. This show's got a serious ship on, and I dig it. I dig it.
You've influenced me because when I'm watching that, I'm like, wait, is it really? Scott, dang it, you weren't even there, and I'm like, huh? Maybe he's right. No, no, stop. But no, they both kind
There's
of
some steam. There's heat there, man. There's heat.
fine. There's something going on. Either way, they both kind of agree. Okay, we're going to work together. The thing is, we don't. Shar hasn't found Lala yet in this timeline, but he has. It's
Well,
weird.
like
He hasn't
someone's
found
been talking
Lala,
to him from
but he's
jump,
found
right?
Lala, or Lala found him.
Someone's been telling
But
someone's been feeding him the cheat codes. Someone's been handing him the strategy guide. And maybe is that Lala? Doesn't feel like it, but it's something.
well, my one theory, I'm jumping ahead a little bit, is like I was convinced for the longest time, Shar's in the Gundam, Shar's in the Red Gundam, Shar's in the Red Gundam. Is it Lala playing Puppet Master through all the Gundams? Is she just doing this all on her own?
I
She is
don't
the super new type.
I don't I'm doubting it more and more if again we have Rose of Sharon Lala, who was just at the bottom of the ocean the whole time. So this is not something Caecilia had in a lab, right? She was not doing
Right,
that. And then we have Lala of the Q timeline, who is still at the brothel.
right. She's just
So
waiting for the plot to move forward or waiting for Char to show up. She
she
can't do
is
anything until that happens.
she's sitting there waiting to be the Rose Bride, yes, and so I don't. There's something. Obviously, Cassilia is turning someone's brains inside out, but I don't know who it is anymore. Like the
Someone
Flanagans
pointed
must
out,
be.
someone, I think I saw this on Reddit or possibly Facebook. Someone said, pointed out that last episode, she said, in every timeline I found, the white Gundam kills the man that falls in love with me every single time. Like, but maybe the UC is the one timeline where that doesn't happen. The white Gundam never kills Char, defeats Char, but never kills him.
Yeah, like well,
Even in even in Char's counterattack, when they quote unquote die, it's not by the Gundam's hand; it's by the asteroid's hand.
they just. I mean the Axis shock is a Zeknova. They just noped
Right,
out
they're the
into the
same thing.
Mobius loop, right?
Right. So yeah, there's like I said, we got 2 episodes left. There's a lot to answer. But anyway, back to
This
this episode.
back to it. Anyway, Shali
Shalia,
is just like, here's a gun. Here's just have a gun.
hey, 15-year-old kid with with a giant weapon of mass destruction and severe issues. Here's a gun.
Like
That makes
I've given you a fully armed Gundam, but just in case, here's a 9mm.
right.
Anton Chekhov probably has something to say about this, but I don't
Mm.
know. I don't know. Foreshadowing is a literary device in which
I thought for a second I thought that was a Gruber, and I was going to make a Megatron joke, but it's not. Oh well.
no, it's I actually like you can read like the machined in name of it, and it's totally just a made up name. Like
Okay.
I double checked. It's like it looks like a Walther, but it's not. It's something.
I wanted a German Ruger. Come on, it's Xeon. Space Nazis. They gotta have a German Ruger.
I
Anyway,
mean, yeah. Okay, so at this point, Cassilia launches her attack by well, okay, she does not launch her attack. We just jump back to Nyan and Javier hanging out. We have a squad of guns, and we talk about how somehow
yeah.
Nyan is able to poach chicken and rice in space, and I'm like, there are a lot of steps to making it's Command Guy, which is a South Asian street food. You just simmer chicken in chicken stock.
Still, I lean in and go, how do you acquire such knowledge?
Like how? Okay, but where are you getting chicken, and where are you getting access to a kitchen? Poaching in zero G's seems hard to me. Seems like a hard thing to do.
Now I just have images of space chickens.
Space chickens. Well, I mean, there are space chickens. We have established that in Double Zeta. There are space chickens.
And G-Witch.
And G-Witch. Anyway, yeah, this is Southeast Asian street food, and I kind of want to have some. I don't think there's anyone in my neighborhood that makes Khao Man Gai, so I might have to make it for myself. There's a bit where Javier's like, "Can I have some? I only make bentos for people I care about. Are you my boyfriend? No, go away. You're icky. You're icky, Javier."
It's like, simple reminder, she's 15. Javier. Javi. 15.
15. She tries to. Well, also, like, Nyan is, like, kind of obsessed with Cecilia. It's like, well, I did Cecilia. Maybe she'd like some chicken from me.
It's a little creepy.
It is a little
more
creepy.
than creepy. Especially later when you see she's brushing her hair like a doll.
Yeah, it's a little it's very motherly. It's very motherly.
And Cecilia is not motherly, no.
No, she is not someone who does affection by accident. I'm gonna say that.
Anywho, we finally see the Xians meeting.
And it goes great. It goes absolutely fine. It's like every Thanksgiving you or I have gone through, Jeff, right? All of our Thanksgiving, perfectly smooth. All of our family members just agree and get down to business, right?
None of my Thanksgivings have ever ended like this. Ever.
But you've thought about it.
No. No, I have not. The worst that we came closest to that is when somebody had really bad gas and we all had to leave the room. But anyway, speaking of.
But speaking of gases, they... I think Cecilia maybe goads the Prime Minister, the Secretary, and Garen into arguing, just so they'll shout, just so they'll start shouting and breathe more and faster, and then it is.
As soon as I saw Cecilia walk in the room by herself against Garen and the Prime Minister and her Garen Secretary, and they're all in there, and they're all ego. They're talking down to her, talking about like she wear a mask because you can't stand the smell of the battlefield. And they're coming down. I'm like, you idiots! What are you doing? If she's in there by herself, it's for a very bad reason for you, not for her.
Yeah, like
sure enough, they start dropping like flies.
Well, like there is this moment where like the secretary's cussing Cecilia out, and she starts to choke, and there's this moment of, wait. Does Cecilia have telekinesis? Is she doing the Darth Vader thing? Is she? No, she very quickly reveals that she has released a toxic gas into the room.
And you trolled the voice actor for Garen. Tell the story. Go.
I did not troll.
Yes,
troll.
You did.
All right. So if you do if you can find me on Blueski. On the Blueskis, but Daniel Van Thomas, who also voices a couple other characters in previous episodes, he's been filling in for smaller roles, but he played Daniel Van Thomas did admit to playing Garen in this episode, and he was talking about how just how much fun he had working for New York AV Post, and I just
trolled him.
I did not troll. I made a pun. I invited him into a joke. And I said, hey, it sounds like you had a real gas at work. And he replied to me that he was real gassed up about it. And he hit like on my thing. So I think he's in on it. We're happy.
Oh, he's in on the joke, but that was 100% trolling.
We had
I was making fun of like, you got to voice one of the most legendary villains in anime history, not just Gundam history, in anime history, for 3 minutes. And that was the end of him. Personally, I prefer the laser bolt through the skull from OG Gundam, but this is a good death too. And either way, Casilia's going
it's
to take
just
care of him.
messy enough. It's just messy enough.
You see him, his eyes going all bloodshot as he curls up. It's like, ugh. The laser would have at least been less painful.
But Cecilia walks out of the room. We see that her team are wearing gas masks. She has a special filter under her mask.
She pulled down the mask. Isn't that been like a fan theory? Like, why does she wear the mask? There's some kind of breathing apparatus in there for the longest time. Like, it prevents her from getting poisoned.
I think in the original Gundam, her on Earth wearing it is actually about her avoiding just the smell of Earth, the same as Chronicle Asher, right? The same as Chronicle Asher. She's not used to breathing real air, especially not as it got messy. But no, she's got a little filter, and she orders the attack on everyone, which means the Gyan team. We get to see a full squadron of Gyans take on some big Zams. And
I like the Gyans with the giant lance. That just looks cool.
It's a fun scene. It's a fun sequence. The lances are nice. The action's good. It's a good action scene.
They take down. There's 3 Zams. The first one they take down immediately. The second 2 get off a few shots before they are able to take down. Like I said, they know how to take down a big Zam thanks to Sayla or Artesia. Pardon me, because I don't know if she was ever called Sayla in this timeline.
Well, yeah, like Char recognizes her as Artesia, but she would have been living inside.
Yeah, she's still Sayla Mass.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, yeah, that's another theory. Maybe that I'll get to it later. Remind me to talk to you about blonde guy at the end. Mm-hmm. Someone pointed out who it could be, but Sayla took out the big Zam. You got to get super close to it. That's how you take out a big Zam. You try and fight it at a distance, you're dead. You got to get up close and personal with that thing to kill it. And that's what the squad of the lance carrying mobiles. Gyan. I keep forgetting that stupid name. Gyans come in, they get close enough, they're able to shoot through the gaps in the armor to take it out, which, like I said, great action sequence there to take them all out. They then blitzkrieg the fleet that is loyal to Kirin. They barely get shots off before it all goes to pot.
Yeah, like this is fast and dirty. We see Nyan basically solo an entire big Zam real fast.
We get a good look of how the Fred / the Ava. Yeah, with those, all it really needs is those 2 funnels on the top of its head.
That's put most out, of the
unicorn
work.
levels of They put out unicorn levels of beam magnum out of that thing. It just cuts through ships pretty easily.
This is the point where we get our a little jump back where Nyan and Cecilia are having a, again, motherly, familiar moment. And it's weird. It's weird, and she highlights the fact, and creepy, and she just highlights, like, yeah, this is probably the last bottle of this perfume, because she's going to destroy the Earth entirely. She's going to raise the Earth, and there will be no more roses at all. Foreshadowing is a literary device in which
it gets. I don't know if she ever says she's going to destroy Earth. She highly insinuates it. I didn't take it as she was going to destroy it, but you're probably right. That's what she meant. I took it as Earth is just completely screwed. It's all collapsing, nuclear winter. They're going to try and come up here. We're going to have to keep them down there, and that's going to be the end of them. We don't have the space up here for them. Sucks to be you guys. You lost the war.
Yeah, and we also find out that Nyan has extra secret orders on paper just from Cecilia, and she's going to follow through on that.
She flies into the solar system.
At this point, the green base is trying to intercept.
Yeah, I like that. Um, he goes into talk with Machu, basically opened the door and like, I fucked up. We
Shit's
need to go
bad.
now. I was planning to take him out of both. Cassilia moved a lot faster than I thought she would, and I done fucked it up. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
So, we learned that
any semblance plan is gone. We're just go.
we are just at go. So we are going to sortie with what the green base has, which is just the Kikaroga and the Quux, and we are gonna go because apparently the solar ray is it's a Zek Nova weapon. It's an Angel Halo. It's not even, it's worse than what we thought. We thought it was gonna be the regular solar system, but no, it's an Angel Halo instead.
I thought what I wrote down on my notes here, weaponized third impact.
Yeah.
That's what this thing feels like. When we got the Ava remake movies, when Shinji has the glowing arm and the Ava Unit 1 and third impact, that's what it felt like. It's like, oh, this is really, really, really bad. The Fred goes in there, hooks up to a machine,
Well, I
which
mean,
is
it
also
is very much like Ava 1 going down to
oh yeah,
Terminal Dogma in in
very much
episode
so.
24.
Cables hook into its face. It's able to interact with the Lala who's down there. Or they got her plugged in pretty dang fast. Which begs the question: would that thing have been able to work without finding her?
I mean, they probably had a backup. It might have just been sticking someone in either the Fred or the Quux, as opposed to plugging Lala in.
Right. I don't know. It just seemed awfully convenient. Well, now this thing can shoot behind the moon and transport Abawaku
And its
literally
fleet, and its fleet.
and its fleet, the whole dang thing right there into a portal. She then takes the portal, and you can hear the Kira 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 and the La La singing, which turns into screaming and choruses and horrifying third impact stuff. You can see the whole thing crumbling. It compacts it down into a singularity and just annihilates everything.
Yep.
Like, Cassilia, you were just criticizing your brother for the colony drop on Earth, saying he was a monster and a genocider. Oh my god!
Those are your own citizens.
Right?
Those are your own citizens.
You just took out your biggest battle station left. It doesn't have a hole in it. It's not in the orbit of
The moon.
the moon right now. You annihilated Al Bawaku and half of your fleet. Just on the off chance that they wouldn't side with you because you killed Giran. In the most horrifying way possible.
It's real bad. And we should point out that as the G Fred is descending into Terminal Dogma, no Beethoven this time. Like they just pause to hang out with the guys who designed it, Leonided and his daughter. And Leo is just a jackass. It's like, I'm only gonna have one scene, so I'm just gonna pause to be a misogynist, and then gets ripped to shreds because
Right.
he's the feud.
And what is the Fred doing here? You don't know the power of this thing. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know. She just literally takes her hand,
Smash.
just like the red Gundam did to, well, it wasn't red then, but the Gundam did to White Base's bridge, and just zap. I'm not Char. I am Char. Blonde guy does get out. He seems to have an idea what's happening, and he gets out before that hand comes through.
He saw what was coming. He saw what was coming. And so like this is it. No one's really happy about this. Everyone feels Lala's pain. It's a little more like Gundam X. We get a scene
They said
where
the Rose is crying.
yeah,
It's like everyone's freaking out. Like I said, now anyone who isn't on Cassilia's side is doing the same thing that Man from Jupiter and Machi was doing. Screw the plan. Go, go, go. We have to stop whatever's in there, and we have to stop it now.
Yeah, including the fact that Machu is about to try to square off against 12 gowns at once, and then, actually, hey, I'm Chalia Bull. I'm in the Kikaroga. I'll fight them. You go into Terminal Dogma and try to stop this, and we just set up the end confrontation.
Yeah.
Everyone, we've got Yan and Machu inside the system, inside the solar array, and they are gonna. They're. I assume next episode will be entirely shouting and shooting at each other.
Yes. One other little note I think we missed. We did learn that Neon also got a gun
Yeah.
from Cassilia, because of course Cassilia gives the little girl a gun. Um, so now they both have Gundams, and they both have just good old fashioned guns, and they're
Yeah.
going to fight inside of a barrel of a cannon with possibly Char, possibly not, roaming around in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
The theory that I read is probably the Red Gundam's going to show up to stop this thing.
Oh yeah.
And
Shuji's just gonna blip in, and it's gonna make everything worse.
right, the theory I heard is the Red Gundam is the third Ava. It was just made to look like the Red Gundam. Which, when you think about it, it's like, it's red. It's got 4 eyes. That might be the third Ava, and that this whole time, that's why someone can remotely pilot this thing or remotely control this thing. There's a soul in there. It's Char. And the theory I read said that blonde guy who's been running around back there, that's Char, not Cosval. That's Char. Remember, Char isn't Char. That's Casval.
Yeah,
Char is Char.
Yeah, but like Char should still be dead. He still died in 78. Probably.
Did he?
Probably.
Probably is the right word right now.
Or he could be a clone. He could be a clone.
Could be a full frontal clone. That could be Hiran's last ace in the hole, even after he's dead. Full frontal-ish guy who's there to mop things up if everything went to pot, and everything is going to pot. So yeah, not a whole lot of answers this episode, but we cleared a lot off the table.
Yeah, we definitely pushed things forward. We've got 2 episodes left to clear it off, and I think, yeah, this is going to be pretty crazy. This is going to be pretty crazy before it's all over.
Yeah, like I said, I think I still know where this is going. Like I said a few episodes back, how we're getting there, I'm completely lost.
Yeah.
Like, all we know next episode is we've got 2 Avas / Gundams gonna fight in not Terminal Dogma, is Terminal Dogma, with a frozen undead Lala, I think, stuck in a alternate universe spaceship. Because that's the best explanation I can give of this. Meanwhile, Shelly is going to fight like a ton of Gyans and probably die.
Probably he dies. I'm betting on him dying.
I'm betting he gets dosed. And like I said, I bet you Shuji shows up in the Red Gundam just to try and stop things, and he's only going to make things worse. Because you have 2 girls who are fighting each other, and the boy they both like shows up. That's going to make things a whole lot better.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Oh, and they're both in some kind of interdimensional death cannon.
Yeah. Totally normal. This is how all of my emotional problems got resolved in high school. We just had gunfights in
interdimensional death cannons.
Yeah. You don't have those in America? Your high school fight interdimensional death cannons?
Yeah, but we just call it the field.
All right. Speaking of fields, there is an entire field of high grades that are available, some on pre-order, some on back order. But HLJ.com has you covered. They have many options for model kits, many options for merch. there's fun stuff for merch as well. I have been very good in not buying anything from this, but one thing I'll say is that Cospa, the company that makes branded Gundam shirts and jackets, is they're doing a big reprint run in the summer. So if you maybe need a Anaheim Electronic sweatshirt or some patches from various one-year war stories, maybe you want to get those. But otherwise, again, HLJ.com, many options, very fun. Always been happy with them. Never had an issue with anything. Link is in the description.
Good night, everybody. If Beethoven plays the next episode, we're all doomed.
Oh, it's a little weird. We have not gotten any classical music so far. Just
Next
disco.
episode.
Just disco.
Next episode, you're going to hear a pipe organ, and we're just going to go, "Oh no!"
Yeah. But until next week, have a good time.
Good night, all.